Hi everybody, welcome to another episode of Band Together Leadership Seminars. My name is Paul Everts. I'm the CEO and founder of Band Together. Please contact me at my email address, which is BAND, the number 2, Together, bandtogether@comcast.net. Also, please go to our wonderful website, which is conductingmylife.com, where you can get this beautiful book. Please, right here, check this book out. It's real. Go on to Amazon.com and check out the reviews. I have plenty of these in the garage. I have softcover and hardcover. So contact me. Love to sell you a book. Also, John Maxwell, part of the John Maxwell team. John Maxwell is a New York Times bestselling author. I am certified to teach several of his books. And we're working on one of these books right now. It's Winning with People. So that's the book that we continue to work out of. I'm going to give you a little bit of a taste of what that would be like. And then I'm going to end something new today. I have read another book. I'm reading a lot of books. And the book that I want to introduce you to that I love, I just finished it, A Thomas Jefferson Education. And one of the things that is in there is it wants to go back to a classical mentoring kind of education. A person that he cites, Alan Bloom, asked his students, what do you read? What's your number one go-to book? And back in the 50s and 60s, it was the Bible. The other piece of literature that they read, the Declaration of Independence. And right now, our country seems to be going in a direction of, we're going to keep being the Declaration of Independence. We're going to keep being the Constitution of the United States, Bill of Rights. Are we being those wonderful pieces of history? Or are we going to go someplace new? Therefore, I'm going to end with a reading, not of the entire Declaration of Independence, and I'm going to give you some facts to think about why I definitely think that we need to return to making the Declaration of Independence. Test on it, do something with it, talk about it in class, make it part of your life. Now, I do have students that are looking at this video. I'm hoping that when I read these parts to you, you're going to go, we studied that last week, Mr. Everts. Thank you. That would be awesome. That'd be awesome. All right, let's go ahead and get started, because again, I can't take much of your time. John Maxwell's Winning with People. Great book. Again, this is one of 6 or 7 different curricula I can do for you. I can coach, train, speak about it, hire me. Let's have some fun. We are going to do the principle number 5, people principle number 5, from the readiness section of this book. It's a great book, Winning with People. Go look for it. It's the elevator principle. We can lift people up or take people down in our relationships. We can lift people up or we can take people down. People can be the wind beneath our wings or the anchor on our boat. The question I must ask myself, would others say that I lift them up or take them down? Would others say I lift them up or I take them down? So what kind of person are you? For years, psychologists have attempted to divide people into various categories. Sometimes an observant poet can do a better job. Ella Wheeler Wilcox did so in this poem, Which Are You? There are 2 kinds of people on earth today. Just 2 kinds of people. No more, I say. Not the sinner and saint, for it's well understood that the good are half bad and the bad half good. Not the rich and the poor, for to rate a man's wealth, you must first know the state of his conscience and health. Not the humble and proud, for in life's little span, who puts on vain airs is not counted a man. Not the happy and sad, for the swift flying years bring each man his laughter and each man his tears. No, the 2 kinds of people on earth, I mean, are the people who lift and the people who lean. Wherever you go, you will find the earth's masses are always divided in these 2 classes. And oddly enough, you will find too, I ween, there's only one lifter to 20 who lean. In which class are you? Are you easing the load of overtaxed lifters who toil down the road? Or are you a leaner who lets others share your portion of labor and worry and care? So there are two types of lifters. One, some people add something to life, and we enjoy them. And number two, some people multiply something in life. We value them. Anyone who wants to can become an adder, A-D-D-E-R, adder. It takes only a desire to lift people up and the intentionality to follow through. But to go to another level in relationships, to become a multiplier, one must be intentional, strategic, and skilled. The greater the talent and resources a person possesses, the greater his potential to become a multiplier. Yes, multiplier. I'm thinking like, is that another way you're going to say that? Okay, there we go. What a powerful lesson. There are two types of learners or leaners. I'm not going to give you those two types of leaners. I want you to contact me. Again, 30 minutes to 45 minutes, one-on-one lesson, $20. A group session, $15 each participant, 6 to 12 participants. 12 seems to be a good number for Zoom. I don't mind coming to your place too, as long as it's close enough to Sacramento, California. An hour is close enough for me, 2 hours at the most. Anyway, give me a contact, call, and then I can give you the two types of leaners. So we have gone over several of these. This again is the elevator principle. We can lift people up or take people down in our relationships. Again, it's going to be about choices, isn't it? So let's do the Declaration of Independence. In Congress, July 4th, 1776, the unanimous Declaration of the 13 United States of America. It says, sometimes it becomes necessary for a group of people to declare their independence from a government they used to be connected to. They have a right to do so under natural law, though they should respectfully lay out the reasons for the separation. It is obvious that all people have the right to equal treatment and that God gives people rights to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness that can be neither taken nor given away. The only legitimate purpose of government is make sure that these individual rights are protected. And the only legitimate way for such governments to exist is for the people to consent to their existence. But if a government never fails in its task to protect individual rights, the people have the right to alter or abolish it and create a new government based on whatever principles they think best. But we need to be careful not to be too quick to change or abolish long-standing governments. Even though people will usually continue to suffer under unjust governments rather than take action to change an existing system that they are used to. Last paragraph for today. But when a government continually violates the rights of the people, clearly and with the purpose of exercising absolute power over them. The people have a right and a duty to throw off that government. We could be at another crossroads as far as, are we there with the government? Are we heading in that direction? The Declaration of Independence is the name of a statement adopted by the Continental Congress on July 4th, 1776, which announced that the 13 American colonies, then at war with Great Britain, regarded themselves as 13 newly independent sovereign states and no longer a part of the British Empire. Instead, they formed a new nation, and that nation is our United States of America. Let me give you 4 quick bullet points. In the 1600s, the British began to colonize the New World and establish settlements. The first in Jamestown, Virginia, which, go there, it's a great place to visit. The 13 colonies were founded under the British Crown. On October 26, 1760, George III of England ascended the throne. I'll give you 2 more. In 1764, the British Parliament began to impose taxes on the colonists to compensate for the losses in the French Indian War. The Sugar Act was implemented, which raised taxes on British goods imported to the colonies, including sugar, wine, coffee, dye, and cloth. The final one for today. After a few months, the Stamp Act was passed, which required taxes on all printed items produced and used inside the 13 colonies. It included newspapers, playing cards, legal and commercial documents, and books. I feel that I'm going to need to do this at the end of each episode for the next month or 2. So just be ready for that. I think the government is starting to, and this is not a political thing. This has been going on for the last 30, 40, 50 years. It's a cyclical thing. We're feeling more and more weight. I want you to be a sovereignty of an individual. Sovereignty of the individual. Accept 100% to being respectful and having people respect you. Earn that respect. Show responsibility, accept responsibility 100% of the time. That takes a lot of discipline. And then inside my triangle, what you're seeing right now, I put faith and or integrity because I don't want to scare people off. Faith is super important though, everybody. Don't you go to the doctor. Doctor hands you a prescription. Well, this is how they used to do in the old days. You couldn't even read the handwriting. You take the prescription to some stranger. They give you this medicine and they say it works. Is that not faith? That's faith in people. But there's also faith in religion. My faith, Christianity. Love it. It's helped me so much. Yours might be Jew. Yours might be Muslim. Yours might be nothing. Integrity, though. You have to have integrity to be a good Christian, good Jew, good Muslim, good Buddhist, Zoroastrian, good human being. It takes integrity. Therefore, every choice you make should be full of integrity. And every choice you make is to begin with the end in mind. First, seek to understand, then be understood. And then people don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. I care about you greatly. This is for the human race. This document that I'm reading to you is meant for everyone. Yes, it is. Almost 400 years later, it's meant for everyone. Okay? This is a great document. So, that's it for today. I am doing the best I can. I am doing the best I can. And I am doing the best I can. Read the Declaration of Independence and get to your favorite book as soon as possible. Everybody, love you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your support. Take care. Bye.